Oh, my glasses are crooked. My bloody glasses broke the other day, so I had to take them. So a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, you planted out the tomatoes and set up the trellis to do a Florida weave sole, modified Florida weave sole. That was my plan, but I'm scrapping it. We are going to implement illegal, it's not illegal, but it's used in illegal practices to grow trellis out tomatoes and train them properly. What up, whānau? I'm Mitch, and this is their Rich Life. So, in this movie, so in this video, we're going to implement a new style of trellising used in marijuana farming to help train the plants properly to yield better results and healthier plants. So the trellising method itself isn't illegal, and neither is the industry necessarily, depending where you live, I guess. But there's a really good style of trellising, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to call it scrog, a screen of green, or a horizontal trellis. Because at the moment, I started off with a Florida weave. I set up my first string at a foot off the ground and pruned every branch up to that string to hold them up. Since then, it's been a couple of weeks, and these things have just been growing like weeds. They've gone crazy. They're starting to fruit like crazy, and they're starting to fall over again. Mostly because I've been waiting for I've been waiting for the nets to show up. It's been taking forever. So we need to get this done. It's going to be a little bit hard to get this done because of the way the state the plants are actually in. Ideally, we should have had this net up right from the day dot and then train the plants through them as they grow. So after making that last video about doing a modified Florida weave and all that and trying to create a little bit of hype over why am I trying to switch, because the more I think about it, the Florida weave has served its purpose really well and it's tried and true. But you look at every video that uses the Florida weave, the plants are all sort of squished together. Yes, they're standing up nice and tall and everything like that, but it creates this wall of leaves unless you're actively pruning them all the time. And most people don't do that with determinates, not with their Florida weave setup at least anyway. Go away, butterfly, moth, whatever you are. So, what we're going to need is some style of netting that's going to fit your space. I've chosen these. They are, I can't actually remember, reasonably small, hence why I got 3. I'm going to set up zones of 3, which means we're going to have to set up some posts along the way. Very small, but they're elastic. Alright, so just looked at our nets. What are our nets? $1,200 by 600. 600 is perfect width for this. Lengthwise, not so much because I've only got 3s. Luckily, they're elastics, so we can stretch them. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we set it up just the one net between the 2 posts, but because I've stretched it a little bit past them, it's 1200, it's gone narrow in the center, which is natural for elastic. So I'm thinking we do just a hard wire line to border it, wrap it through this elastic so that it should pull it out straight and nice and tight. That's the theory at least. Let's see how that goes. Once we can get this segment sorted, then we'll move on to the next 2. Oh no, I didn't think this was, alright, perfect. Lucky. So I pivoted, I didn't weave it through, I just cable tied it to it. And cable tied it to the posts, throwing it through one cable tie, bending it back over itself, and then cable tying again. Just buying those little like D-bolt thingies to clamp them down is just it's too expensive. I mean, there's a lot of plastic here, but here's what it is for now. And I on a commercial scale, which is hopefully where we'll be heading with this whole market gardening venture and everything. I know this price-wise probably not that viable, but it could be if we figure it out now and put systems in place so that this sort of stuff's almost permanent or movable and it's just one unit. Next, we need to train our tomato through the net. We should put this net in here so that as the tomatoes are growing, we could just train the branches as they got tall enough. And generally, when you put this net in place, give it about a week, 2 weeks. At least that's what the other farmers do with their herbs, is put the net in place, give it a week or two, and what doesn't make it to the net in that time gets pruned off, gets sacrificed, whatever, collateral damage, because the plant's wasting energy trying to get that to grow if it doesn't want to grow. So get rid of those and it'll focus its energy on the ones that are getting through faster. And let's see if we can do this. I'm using these clips, hopefully I've got enough, because I end up using these on my lower and lean because I ordered the wrong clips for those. So until those show up, I'll leave those there. Hopefully we've got enough to do this at least. So this is going to be fun. This one's not too bad. It's actually standing up quite tall. I don't need to prop it up as such. Definitely needs a bit of a prune though. You know what? We'll start with this guy first. Why are we starting with the second one? We'll start with the first one. If we stand this guy up under here, where does it naturally want to go? Now, because these are already a little bit being out of shape or something, it looks impressive because they need to straighten themselves up. But after a few days of being put in place like this, they'll start to stretch back up towards the sun. It's only because of its own weight and not being supported properly. It's sort of bent and then curved back up and then bent and curved. And that's what happens when you neglect your plants. Plants? The hell? The hell kind of accent was that? So why have I opted to do this? Like this is a Florida weave. I've found that it kind of, while it still holds the plants up nice and strong, it does kind of bunch them together and still leaves them susceptible to disease and stuff because of like an airflow unless you're in a really good spot, in my opinion, in my experience. Whereas this, doing this, we're opening up the tomato's canopy more. We're training it for better maintenance, better access to the fruit. The net itself will support the weight of the tomatoes as they ripen and grow. And will allow far more light penetration and airflow through the plants themselves as well. So the more light they can get through, providing you're not scorching your tomatoes, the more healthier the plant's going to be, the better it's going to produce its fruit and produce sugars. Make that tomato nice and sweet alongside with proper soil prep and soil fertilization. Now when you're putting these guys on or any type of clip, always put it under a good matured leaf stem, not a newly grown one or under your fruit truss. It's just going to snap off under the weight of the plant. Ow. Okay. Fortunately, it's not going to look like much until I can get these plants to start standing up a bit better, which hopefully we'll see in the next week or two, or even the next few days. This guy is a bit bent over. And then with a bit of pruning too, we'll open them up. Also, as we go along, we'll trim off some of the tomatoes on the trusses. Ideally, you want 3 to 4 tomatoes per truss. Anything more, especially on your determinate, unless it's a cherry tomato, anything more, it's just unnecessary energy going into those tomatoes, and you'll end up with heaps of just average sized tomatoes. Whereas if you just minimize it down to 3 or 4, they're planting a lot of energy into those and you end up with really good tomatoes. 3 down. so many more to go. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you can see what we're trying to achieve. And if you do like this, please like, subscribe, hit that bell, and follow along. Hopefully in a couple months, we'll be able to see the progress that this has made, and you'll be able to compare it to your own style of trellis, see if it's going to work for you or not, and as well as follow the journey with everything else, because there's so much coming up. I'm crazy busy at the moment. I'll see you in the next one.